Welcome back, and today we're talking about Robots.txt. And Robots.txt is all about controlling search engine access. The purpose of it is to manage crawler traffic and hide certain content from those search engines. The best practices for Robots.txt is to prevent indexing of orphan pages or pages that require login access, but also, kind of like I showed you earlier with that Hair by Natalia sitemap, how they had things on the back end that shouldn't have belonged there, and you would have that mentioned inside of your robots.txt, so that way they know that those pages don't actually need to be crawled by Google. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you into that example right now. And so you see here, those are the two pages, and then we're going to actually take her website. We're going to open it up into a new browser. And then we're gonna so you see we open it up in a new browser, and then we're just gonna go /robots.txt. All right, so we're gonna just take this right here. We're gonna copy that, and then I'm gonna open up this right here. And then we're just gonna add two disallow sections. So we're gonna go disallow / and then /, and then I'm going to go back here and I'm going to grab those pages. And so it's going to be builder layout, and I'm going to put that here, and then put that there, and I'm going to add that there. And then I would go inside of the back end of Yoast SEO, and I would change in that robots.txt. And I'll give you an example by showing you on my robots.txt of how I would make those changes inside of Yoast SEO. Okay, guys, so as you can see, we're in the back end of Yoast SEO. So we're going to go down here to Tools, and then we're going to go into File Editor. And then you can see the robots.txt right here. And then this is where I would take all of this code and I would put that down here. And then I would just click Save. And then that would tell, obviously this would not be here, but this is my stuff. That's somebody else's website. So I would completely delete everything that's in here and just kind of let this take over. But I would just take this, put it in there, click Save Changes, and let that be that. And then the next time a crawler went to my website, they would see that these pages no longer need to be crawled. And so therefore, the only thing that needs to be seen, I would just maybe put a link to my sitemap in there, so that way Google knows exactly which sitemap to use instead of all these different random ones that kind of send those crawlers down different journeys. And that's it. That's how easy robots.txt is. I know just by looking at it, it looks kind of insane and it looks like something that you wouldn't be able to understand, but you really, really can. It's very easy to navigate once you kind of have an idea of exactly what you're looking for and what information needs to be seen on those sitemaps, and how you can then take that sitemap and upload it into the back end of Google, so that way they know that you have the most accurate information now, and that in turn would also send those crawlers there to check that robots.txt to make sure that they're not going to those pages that we just disallowed. All right, guys, that's it for chapter 9. Up next is going to be chapter 10, technical elements, and you're going to see that these are critical elements that power your website's performance and search engine visibility. And I will see you in the next lesson.